Hi guys, today I'm gonna do a horror movie of the Mean One from 2022. This is I know it's the Grinch, horror movie of the Grinch, but let me tell you something. You know what? Wait,
I can't do anything. I have two people on me and I have no fucking gun. All I have is a goddamn
in this
shotgun.
movie, you can't say his name.
Somebody come help you, but I'm getting fucking smoked by the people that I'm. Fuck, man.
You can't say his name. Yeah, it's the one warning of the whole movie is that you can't say his name because it's a horror parody version of it. Yeah, that's right. It's a movie directed by Stephen Lamort. Huh? This is a live action movie. This is a horror film. That's right. This film stars David Howard Felton as the Mean One. It stars Stefana Cousin as young Cindy. Tina Van Burk as the mime. There's Stephen Howard Felton as the Mean One. Kristen Martin as older Cindy. Jason Momoa as Deputy Mark Burke. John Bigham as Doc Zeus. Eric Baker as Sheriff Hooper. Philip Coppler as Louie. Amy Skamaker as Mayor McBean. And that's it. Oh my god. Somebody beats flashback victim, although that was the victim of the sheriff, right? Yeah. It was a narrator by Christopher Sanders. Yeah. And so without further ado, let's get into the plot of the film without getting further too much away. The movie begins where we see the town of Newsville. Yeah, this one they call it like Newsville instead of calling it like Whoville. They call it like Newsville. And everybody's celebrating Christmas and and now we see this green creature, which is the Christmas killer. And he's in the house taking all the Christmas decorations and and then Cindy sees him and asks him why he's stealing Christmas, and she gives him a necklace, and then her mom comes and then she fights him, and then the Christmas killer kills her, and she shouts "Monster!" And then years later, we see older Cindy returning back to town with her dad back to Newsville. And so it's revealed that this time, nobody can celebrate Christmas. It's because they prevented the Christmas killer from ever showing up ever again. They prevented him. I mean, They prevented the Christmas killer from ever showing up ever again. Prevented him. So they meet a police officer named Burke. Oh my god. So they head back home. They return back to the house where Cindy's mom was killed. Cindy's having nightmares about the Christmas killer, about the same monster that killed her mom that night. So the next day, Cindy hits out at a restaurant where she meets, where she recognizes Sheriff Hooper. That's right. From her past, since we head back to the night where Cindy's mom was killed. And the sheriff asked her what she saw, and she said that she saw this green guy dressed in a suit. But of course, the sheriff didn't believe him. He gets her to believe that monsters aren't real. Oh, where? And so him the night. And so we head back to the present when Cindy asked them if they ever had found the Christmas killer, but Burke and Hooper say that they never found him. So Cindy's dad comes and he says like nobody tells us to celebrate Christmas, nobody's out. So in this car, we see this old guy watching them. Yeah, this old guy in the car. He. As young Cindy. Wait, yeah. It is old Cindy, that's right. This is her mom. Cindy's mom. This is the Christmas killer, that's right. This green little creature. Oh yeah, look. Burke and Hooper, that's right. Now Cindy and her dad head back home and see them celebrating Christmas. Then when Cindy goes out to take the trash, the door locks behind her. And then guess who shows up? The Christmas killer. The Christmas killer's back after 20 years. He's back. That's why the main one. So the Christmas killer comes, attacks his father, because the lights are out, and it kills them. And Cindy saw this from the window, and then the Christmas killer disappeared, and then the door opened, and Cindy was talking to her father, and she was crying. And then the next morning, Cindy wakes up in the hospital, and now she meets Mayor McBean. Hi, Mayor McBean. Hi. Yeah, this is Mayor McBean, the mayor. It's not. Cindy tries to explain to them what happened, but of course nobody believes her and they put her to sleep. And so we see this old guy, the same old guy from the day before, watching in his car. So he heads to the graveyard, and she goes to see her dad's grave. Then Burke takes Cindy home, and then at the police station, Mayor McBean tells Sheriff that Cindy is dredging up the past about the mean one. So Cindy heads to the mountains where she found this missing wallet. Found this wallet of this missing person named Walter Mulberry. And so see the Christmas killer attacking a victim, attacking a photographer. Then she gets taken to the ambulance, and then Cindy tries to tell them what happened, but of course nobody believes her again. For a gun. And then Cindy leaves the mountains, and then Burke investigates about Walter Mulberry. It's a son he went missing in 2009. As I meanwhile, we see just a few hikers, a few people heading to this restaurant where they're having dredging of Santas and they're celebrating Christmas. And then the Christmas killer shows up and he kills everyone. So he liked the waitress in the room, like what happened with Cindy. And so Cindy sees all the victims. So the waitress sees all the victims, and then meanwhile Cindy heads to this restaurant and she puts up this wallpaper about the creature. Of course, Sheriff tells her to take it off, and then she leaves, and then she heads back home, and then she sees the news about the bloody massacre at the diner. Right. And so the Christmas killer comes, and then guess who shows up? The same old guy that we saw like 2 minutes of the whole movie. His name is Dr. Zeus. Dr. Nathaniel Zeus. Yeah, his name is Dr. Zeus. I'll show you who the guy is. Like, yeah, look, it's this guy. This old guy that we saw like in 2 minutes of the whole movie that was keeping an eye on Cindy. It's a brings her to a diner where he tells us that he's been keeping an eye on her, and and he knew when she was gonna come to town that the Christmas killer was gonna come back. He knew it. He expresses that he's sorry for the Christmas killer killing her parents, and Dr. Zeus tells Cindy that the Christmas killer is actually the mean one, and he tells her it's the reason why nobody in town celebrates Christmas, and everyone in town loves Christmas, but the one living around the mountains does not. And I hates everything about Christmas. And he tells Cindy that so Dr. Zeus tells Cindy that the mean one killed his wife Martha a few years ago.
No!
Yeah, this is his wife Martha. So back at the diner, Dr. Zeus tells Cindy that he's been haunted by it ever since. Now this thing is so smart that it's just a mean little creature. Now his heart is an empty hole. Cindy goes to the station to make a statement, but Sheriff Hooper refuses to accept his statement. But Burke decides to help her. So Burke heads up to the mountains where Cindy did earlier in the movie. And he finds all these dead people like in the hideout of the mean one. I thought I guess it was just my. Yeah, this is the mountain. Look, this is the mountain. It's now Burke hides while the Christmas killer, the mean one, comes and notices his son. He smashes his toy and then it leaves. Burke accidentally bumps into Dr. Zeus, and he introduces himself to Burke, Dr. Nathaniel Zeus. And so Dr. Zeus tells Burke not to sing a candle, not to light a candle or sing a carol, no boxes or toys, or any noise. And then he leaves, and then later, Burke is hanging out with Cindy, and he finds more wallets, and he figures out that something really weird is going on. He thinks that something suspicious is going on in this town. And so Cindy is having a nightmare about the Christmas killer, about the mean one killing them. Cindy wakes up and she prepares to kill it. It's now Cindy's grabbing some weapons, and she goes to the house and prepares to kill the killer, aka the mean one. Well, Burke finds all the wallets, finds all the wallets, finds like all the missing people. So meanwhile, Burke is hanging out at a diner. Then he leaves. He prepares to leave until Sheriff Hooper arrests him, and then we see in a restaurant we see this guy named. See this bartender. This bartender working, and this guy sent him jingle bells instead of packets, and then the mean one comes and kills him. And then Sheriff Hooper locks and so that's right. So the next day, Mira McBean is talking with Sheriff Hooper, and then she leaves. Then Burke heads to Cindy's house, and he found out that Mira McBean had been luring all the hikers to the mountains so that the Christmas killer, so that the mean one killer can feed on them. Cindy prepares to kill the killer. Prepares to kill the mean one. While Mira McBean is heading to her family for the weekend, but her car stops, and then the Christmas killer, the mean one, kills her, and then Burke heads to the station to ask Hooper if he has any involvement with Mira McBean about luring the hikers to the mountains so that the mean one can feed on them. The sheriff finally convinces that he was involved in it with Mira McBean. He says he didn't go with the plan at first. He didn't go with it at first, and then until he went to he went to the mountains and he saw the Christmas killer killing his friend Stephanie. And then he decided to go with Mira McBean's plan about luring the hikers to the mountains so that they could feed on them. Now, both of them were just covering it up. Both of them were just hiding it. Both of them were hiding all of the It's Stephanie. And so Officer Burke confronts Hooper for what he has done. And then he leaves the station. While Hooper releases Dr. Zeus from the cell. So back at Cindy's house, she finds Dr. Zeus and he tells her that Burke is heading up to the mountains. So Cindy follows him to the mountains while Sheriff Hooper is there with So Burke heads to the hideout. And he gets in the rat trap. So Sheriff Hooper saves him when he goes to fight the Christmas killer alone. Then the Christmas killer, the mean one, kills him. So Cindy and Burke save him. So Cindy prepares to kill the mean one. And so the mean one heads to Cindy's house, and then she starts attacking the mean one. And then she finds out something that the mean one, the Christmas killer, he kept the necklace. Yes, the necklace. He kept it all this time. He kept this thing all this time. And Cindy's mom was the reason why he became a monster. Cindy forgives him, but his heart explodes and then she kills him. Is it now on Christmas Day? Christmas has been restored to News Valley. So now at a Christmas festival. Cindy and her friends are hanging out while Cindy and Burke kiss. And so then we get to this mid-credit scene where we see this woman opens this package and she finds the remains of the diner. Yeah, this bartender. So that's the end of the end of the film. And so I thought this was such a really good horror movie. I thought it's really good. I mean, I'd say it's a really good horror movie. I liked all the characters in the movie, and I also like the story in it, with a lot of the backstories and all that stuff. And there's also like the antagonist in the movie, the mean one, along with Sheriff Hooper and Mayor McBean. The whole time they were just hiding this whole thing. Oh, I. It's like I also like the music and all stuff in the soundtrack. That's right. I just thought the special effects in the film looked really cool. But the visuals in it looked really nice. I also thought the editing in the film was really awesome. I also thought the background in the film was really awesome. I also thought the direction of the movie was cool. Yeah. As for the structure of the film was really awesome. As for the pacing in it was really nice. How about steaming in the film was really cool. I also love all the killing scenes in the film, the blood and killing and all that stuff. The killing scenes and that's only the dark scenes and all the jump scares and all that stuff. And so I also felt the CGI in the film was really awesome. I also felt the writing of the film was really cool. I also felt the acting, performances, and all that stuff was really awesome. I just felt the final battle and the ending was really awesome. I felt the ending of the film was really nice. And also, I finally felt the post-credit scene on the ending was really cool. So this is my movie review on the horror movie of The Mean One from 2022. So I give this movie a 10 out of 10. So that's my movie review on the horror movie of The Mean One from 2022. And don't forget to like and comment and share, subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye everyone, see you soon.